So this one I like, got these stripes in it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Jen, and this is Jen Restyle Fashion, where we flip it, thrift it, and we style our way to a wardrobe that truly serves us. All right, you guys, before we jump into today's upcycle, I want to give a shout out to Fattori for sponsoring this portion of the video and sending me 3 pairs of lovely shoes that I cannot wait to share with you. To spend some time wearing those shoes before I talk to you guys about them, because I feel like I'm the perfect example of a problem foot. All right, so let's jump into this first pair. The first pair are the Daur Elegant Thong Kitten Heel slides. These are in nude. I chose this color because it goes well with just about everything in my wardrobe. Today I'm styling them with this white bubble skirt from Urban Revival along with this pink top from Zara. I also paired them with a longer skirt for work, and they're comfortable enough that I would wear them on my commute without any discomfort. I really love the kitten heel because it gives you just enough height while still being easy to walk in. Next are the Camille Fashion slides in green, which is one of my favorite colors. And what I love about these is the statement buckle that's across the front and then the double strap. Easy to slip on, and they stay securely on my feet without flapping around. I'm wearing these with my colorful linen skirt, and they're just super comfortable, nice cushion in the base of the shoe, and I don't experience any rubbing. And finally, the white Daur Kitten Heel mules. These are so good. I believe they're sold out by now, but they do have an alternative, and I'll link those below. I actually walked several blocks in these shoes a few weeks ago without experiencing any pain or any rubbing, and that says a lot. I'm wearing them here with this thrifted white baby doll dress, and I think they really complete the look. If you'd like to check out any of the styles that I've shown, check the link below along with the discount code and check these out. Thanks again to Fattori for partnering on this portion of the video. Now, let's get into today's upcycle. I cannot wait to show you how this one came together. So I like to spend some time shopping in the men's shirt section that is in the extra large or 2X, because that often gives you more fabric to work with. And I think I'm leaning towards more of a lavender kind of feel of contrast to go with it. So we don't want to just be all lavender. So this one actually I like because it's got these stripes in it and different tones of lavender and purple. And then here's another one with smaller stripes. This one is Michael Kors. So I think we're going to stick with that. If I can't find the the stripes, then we can go with this, as long as it's in the same kind of lavender family. Yeah, and these are triple XLs, so these are perfect, y'all. These are perfect. So I think I'm just gonna grab these, and maybe what I can do is keep the stripes in the front and the plaid in the back. I think that'll make for an interesting look, but y'all are gonna understand all of this when you see the final. We found another stripe. This is what I want. Wait till y'all see what I'm trying to recreate. All right, you guys, I think we got most of what we wanted and needed. I think I have enough lavender shirts. I actually have some shirts left over from a previous project that didn't work out for me. But I just wanted to make sure the sizes that I got were like really, really big and that the lavenders really match. See, like this one is a triple X, so that's good. And then, so like this, so I like this stripe. Can you see that? Even though it's not as prominent, And I'm not going to use the collar, so I don't care that that's a little jacked. That might work better than this. And this one is a smaller shirt, so we're going to put that one back. I think we're going to go with this one and use this in the back, and then use the one that I have at home in the front, and these other striped ones for up underneath. Okay, we have 6 new shirts. So let's go. These 2 photos were my inspo, both found on Instagram, and I just love the shape of this skirt. I figured if I could find some striped shirts in the men's department that were large enough, oversized enough, if I could put them together, it would give me the shape that I wanted. I wanted an exaggerated, fluffy kind of skirt, and I wanted the stripe detail because I think that's what really gives you that silhouette. So when I found this purple striped shirt in the men's department, even though it wasn't an extra, extra large, I knew that this was what I needed to really be the standout part of this skirt, and maybe even the corset. So it also had this beautiful, like, velvet detail underneath the buttons in the front. So I was determined to preserve that. Now, what I did for the front was I cut off the collar and cut off the sleeves. I kept the shape of the collar because I wanted that drape for the skirt. And then this lavender shirt is what I'm using for the back of the skirt. I did the same thing using the striped purple shirt as a guide. I cut the one side of the front of the shirt and the other side of the front, and we're going to eventually piece those together. So now I've got all 5 shirts, and now I'm just pinning them on the dress form to see what is going to work. The shape of the neck allowed me to create this drape around the waist. And right here on the dress form, I'm already liking the way this comes together. And then when I put the stripe piece across the front, I'm like, yep, this is it. And the back, I didn't need it to be as dramatic, but I still wanted to have the stripes back there. The focal point is obviously the front, but I still wanted to have that general concept in the back. And then I had the sleeves. So I pinned the sleeves to the dress form to see how I felt about these vertical stripes at the top, horizontal in the middle, and vertical. And I'm still thinking about, well, what is this corset going to look like? And then I said, you know what? Let me get rid of these cuffs. Maybe I can use them in the corset. So I carefully cut them off the sleeve, leaving about 1/4 of an inch of the fabric from the sleeve still intact. I did this on both striped shirts because, again, at this point, I'm not really sure how I'm going to use these cuffs. So keep that in the back of your mind because we eventually come back to it. Now, we also have this great collar that I still don't know what's going to go on with it. All right. So I decided to use the sleeves to create the corset, and I use muslin on the inside instead of interfacing. Sometimes, depending on what it is I'm sewing, I will just use muslin because it's thicker and I might need a little bit more support. So I go on ahead and I sew this corset together. I've sewn this corset many times. I've actually changed the shape of the original pattern because I like a little more contour. I like a little more length. There's a lot of different things that I like when it comes to my corsets, and I customize it. But you can find any corset pattern and create the corset that you want. All right, so I sew the muslin to the gray cotton that I've had left over from the pandemonium. And then I create both the front of the corset, the back of the corset, pin all this together. I'm going to stitch it together. We're going to flip it over. We're going to press it, and then we're going to put it up next to the dress form. So now's the moment of truth. How do I like the way these stripes come together? And I have to say, I absolutely love this look already. And I just can't wait to do it again. So I did think that the skirt was a little short. So I created a yoke, which came together perfectly because I had the bottom part of a shirt left over from a previous project. And when I put it around my waist, it fit nicely. I just threw a couple darts in it. And then I took another lavender shirt and created a waistband. It's really, really simple. If you want more details on it, let me know. But you can make this any kind of way you want. If you prefer a shorter skirt, then you don't need the yoke. Or if you're shorter in stature, then you don't need a yoke as well. But I wanted to have that so that I could drop the skirt down a little longer. I really wanted this skirt to hit my ankles. I'm almost 5'4", so I just needed a little length. Now here I am trying on. Y'all, I love this skirt as is. Like, I could throw on a white shirt with this, a crop top, whatever. I'm happy with the skirt by itself. So what I ended up doing was going back to the corset, and I took the cuffs from that striped shirt and I added them to the ends of the corset. Why? Because I always love to pay homage to what something once was. And when I tell you it made the corset come together in the back perfectly, but I'm going to tell you it was not an easy feat because the cuff has a button in it and a buttonhole. So I could only sandwich the corset so far, and I had to feel around to make sure that I was pushing it as far as it could go. Now we bring out my latest investment, my tabletop grommet press, which I love. I've been using it for so many projects. Y'all need to get this. I will link the one that I got below. You can get this at Lowe's. I believe you can get it at Walmart. And I think I have a link for Amazon. Now, I will tell you, I used the smaller grommets. So cutting these holes was definitely a challenge, but it was a challenge worth doing. I ended up making 5 grommet openings on each side of the corset, and it came together so good, y'all. This grommet press is really one of my most cherished sewing tools. It really, really is. Okay, so now let's get to the front and the back overlay. So I took the other part of the shirt, cut it in half, and stitched it to both ends. And then I went back to the corset and I connected the corset together using this organza ribbon that I picked up from the textile discount outlet. And I'm telling you, when y'all see the final reveal, the time that it took, the frustration, the styling, the piecing it all together was totally worth it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you love this video. Let me know which part of it you love the most down in the comments. All right, you guys, enjoy the final reveal. And thanks for watching. Bye.
For the world. Blue denim dreams with the city in the seams. Every stitch got a story, every walk got a theme. From the trains downtown to the mirrors in the cold. Turn hustle into fashion, turn fabric into gold. Windy city swagger when the models hit the floor. Flash balls pop every time they hit the door. Vintage soul mix with the modern day